whispers in Havana breeze, hearts beat steady with the ocean's tease. No borders hold us, we break away. One world, one love, one open bay. Every wave writes a line in our story. Every port holds a little bit of glory. We're not lost, we're free and alive, sailing on purpose, not just to survive. Warm, strong adventures, feel the flame. Different shores, but the soul stays the same. We stay strong, no need to worry. We stay strong and embrace the journey. Ooh, stay strong and embrace the journey.
Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for those of you that watched the premiere of the video, my pre-stay in Greece. Thank you for watching that. I appreciate it. And for those of you coming over, thank you. I appreciate you coming by to watch the Banter with Bill. It means a lot to me. What did you guys think? Okay, the countdown for this video. Did you like the globe, the cruise globe map of the journey? That was the actual route that our cruise ship took. And I thought it when I found it. I've heard about it when I did a Panama Canal crossing, and the naturalist on there gave us that site, and I really enjoyed that that clip. I started putting some of my videos in there, but I haven't put them all in there. But yeah, I thought it was nice. Let me run down this chat real quick. For some reason, this looks, what's his name? Scott. Scott's in here. Scott, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here. Let's banter. Ken goes cruising. Ken, thank you for coming over. Not too long. I understand, Ken. It's late on that side of the pond. Keisha, thanks you for coming in. Scott and Keisha, appreciate you guys being members. Both of you being mods, the best out there. Cruise Life TV, welcome in, Mr. Bill. We arrive in Barcelona at 3 p.m. on October 14th. Will you be there? I believe so, Ken. I'm 14th. I think our cruise leaves on the 16th. So I think I'm there on the 14th. Exactly what time, I don't know yet. I don't have my flights booked yet, but I should be there. And 3 o'clock is about time to check in the hotel. So I'm assuming it's going to be right around that time, Ken. And I'll let you know. I've got the hotel picked up. I just don't know where. I don't know where it is, Ken. LF McKinley, interested to see your perspective, Bill. Lageisha, I never had a bad cruise. No matter what people might think, I never had a bad cruise. I'm going to get into it, but I love the cruise. I love the people that I cruise with. I love the way Raquel had everything mapped out. I ran into a little problem, but I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But it was my problem. It wasn't anybody else's problem, but it was my problem. I got Tanya, Event Yours is in the house. Welcome in. Najuma Brown, thank you for coming over also. Appreciate you being in here. Thank you for being a member. Tanya, thank you for being a member. Everybody saying hello. This is a cool countdown. Yes, I really did like that. Anyway, telling me I can't be innovative. Anywho. Paul, welcome in on this side. I appreciate it. Ken, we must meet for a beer. It sounds good. Ken, as soon as I can, I'll let you know the hotel. I think I'm staying around the port area. So but I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the hotel. I'm saying hi to people in the chat. Hello, everyone. Can't type much. Appreciate Tanya. Appreciate you being in here. Marjorie, welcome in. That was really cool. I did like it. I enjoyed the map tracking. So cool, Bill. You can find go to I think it's called the Cruise Globe. You don't, it doesn't cost anything. Um, you can add in all your cruises, and it maps your cruises out for you like that. If you saw in the upper left hand corner, I had to block. It just gave my government name, so I kind of blocked that out. But I thought it was a neat app. We sell on Star Princess on the 15th of October. Yeah, I'll be there because I'm pretty sure we leave out on the 16th. Me and my son and I. I'm pretty sure we leave out on the 16th. So, and we're coming a couple of days early because we just want to venture around Barcelona for a little bit. Barcelona for a little bit. Will G, welcome in. Shay Adventures, welcome in. Welcome in, Shay. Warmstrong Adventures. I booked my solo cruise to Spain with NCL in August of 26. Nice, Marjorie. I'm sure you will enjoy it. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Mona, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. Satin Jazz Lady. Evening, Bill and everyone. Welcome in, Satin Jazz Lady. Appreciate you being in here. Everybody saying happy, beautiful Thursday. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Bill, welcome in. I think I'm down to the bottom. So yeah, that was my the trip you just saw over in Greece. We did hit Turkey, and Turkey. That's where I had my problems at. Anyway, Turkey, and we're going to get to it in a couple of minutes, but Turkey is where I had my problem at. It was still nice. Angela, Angela, I didn't know if you wanted me to use your name or not. So Angela, whoops, Angela, I did not use your name because I go by screen names, unless I know you and things like that. But Angela, welcome in. One of my friends from the cruise. Hold on. Ken says we are affiliated with the cruise maps. If you want to buy a hard copy of your cruise map, you can use the discount code of Ken Goes 10 for a 10% discount. Nice. I normally don't buy the maps because I just don't have any place to put them. But that's a good deal. So if you do like that, if you want that map, like somebody from the Greece cruise that wanted that map, the actual the route that we took, you can save 10%. Let me see. Oh, that's what I want to do. All right. I had to pull up my notes a little bit. Well, we started off on the cruise, 7-day cruise, but I got there about 3 days early. My very first day. Hey, Mona, thank you for being a member, and Chris M, thank you for being a member. I appreciate you both stopping by. I got over there, and I knew the first day I wasn't going to do anything. So Raquel had done this trip last year and stayed at the Lufus Bio Suites Hotel. So I said, I'm going to just stay there. It seemed simple. Near Monastiraki Square, which is like kind of where the action is, and the train station, because I wanted to take the train. I didn't want to pay for an Uber or Lyft. It cost me, I don't know. I took a taxi from the port to the airport, and it was, I don't know, about 50 or 60 euros, $70. So when I first got there, I took the train from the airport to my hotel, or to Monastiraki Square. And then it's about a 300-yard, 400-yard walk to my hotel. That's why you needed good luggage. I'm walking with my luggage. It's 95 degrees. Oh, well, it might not have been that hot that early, but it was hot. So it was a good little spot. Only this hotel, well, motel, whatever you want to call it, only had like 8 rooms. It very simplistic, but in a great location, and I enjoyed it. Monastiraki, that area, Uh, plenty of places for food, plenty of bars. You saw it. I mean, we went live from there a few times. The people on the cruise, and you saw how lively it was, especially at night. You know, I walked a little bit at night, but not a whole lot because I kind of got acclimated to their time. So when it was 12 o'clock, it felt like midnight to me. So I was trying to go to sleep. So get up the next day. So after the first night, the next night is when everybody else is coming in, and we had a meetup planned. And I walked around, that day in the area, getting things to eat and just seeing what I could see and seeing the sights. And there was a Mary somebody's church right there in the square. So it had a lot of things to do. But we had a meetup over down there at where Raquel and I believe like Edna and V, maybe they were staying at. So we walked down there. We had a meetup, and it was such a pleasure to meet everybody there. Legacia, I finally met her, see her online, see a profile picture, never really met her, and she's just as sweet as she wanted to be. And you had Raquel, her family. It was a great time. It was. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And it was a rooftop party or rooftop gathering. And let me see if I have a picture. Hold on. Oh, it was a rooftop gathering, and it was nighttime. And the next day, I was going to go to the Acropolis to see the Parthenon. And hold on. That right there, that's the Acropolis. The hill is it's called the Acropolis. It's like the highest point hill, and on top of it is the Parthenon. They light it up at night, and it was such a beautiful picture. I should have zoomed in a little bit more. I can do that like in post production and zoom in more. But I just wanted you guys to see that was like the sight that we were seeing from this get together. I mean, Raquel, she planned it all out. I'm telling you. I mean, she's gonna have to put me on a payroll because I talk about her so much. But it's pleasantly surprising to see people that work so hard to make sure things go right, and I really appreciated it. So the next day after the party, I went down, or after the get together, I went down, grabbed a bite to eat, went to the hotel. Next morning, some of the people, she is very detailed. Hold on. Say that for the people in the back. She is real detailed. And for people like me, because I do everything spur of the moment. I don't really plan out anything. So having her in my ear and sending letters and notes and stuff like that, it helped me out. But the next day, people were going to the Acropolis, doing their own thing, kind of, sort of. We had a dinner planned for that evening. So a lot of people got on the bus, went together, and went to see the Acropolis. I waited a little bit later for the lines to die down. I think they had their tickets planned earlier. So I waited, no lines, got there. It's hot part of the day, but I made it. Hop off bus. I stopped there and just did walking. It brought me plenty of water, which is mandatory. Sunscreen. Hey, Edna's World, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Yolo says, I love that because I personally am very anal. Nah, not me. Not me. Easy going, easy peasy. So anyway, wound up going to the Acropolis. Let me see. Boop. There's like a picture there, which that's Athena's temple. Let me take that down real quick. That's up there by the Acropolis. I don't really see my other picture here. Hold on. Is this one? No, I don't think that was the Acropolis. Could have been. I don't think that was Acropolis. I had a problem uploading some pictures. I mean, it was like saying it's taking too long, taking too long, taking too long. So, but anyway, make a long story short, what I went to Greece for was to see the Acropolis, and it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. Uh, Tough walk. I'm glad I did it now because I don't know if I would ever be able to, do it again. Maybe if I go next year, be okay. But a couple years from now, I probably wouldn't. Um, I heard stories. I didn't see this personally, but I heard stories that one guy, because it was very very slick. It had like what slate or granite steps, and it got very slippery, and it was tough walking up there. No handrails, so it was tough. To me, it was tough. But I was determined, and I made it and drank 2 gallons of water. But it was so beautiful, and just looking at the history, and it didn't seem crowded. I could see how it could be a lot more crowded, I guess, at a different time of the day or year. But no, I absolutely loved the Acropolis, and that's what I went to Greece for. And I saw it and loved it. That night, after coming back from there, which me not planning anything out, the dinner was let's say at 5, and I got to the Acropolis late. I didn't plan on stopping so many times to take a break. I had a plan. I'm just going to walk up there and walk back. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, I walked up there, but I had to take a few breaks. So anyway, I wound up getting late to the dinner, and people were there. Went to the wrong one. Greco Project. There's 2. I put the address in for the one, and I walked down there. And no, you want the other one by Monastiraki Square. So I had to walk back down there. Anyway, came in late. Everybody had their blue. Not almost everybody had all their blue on because that was the night we were all supposed to wear blue, and I had brown on. I felt bad. So yeah, when you look at the group picture, I'm the one that doesn't have blue on. But it was good. We ate some pitas, some gyros. We ate. And good stuff. I enjoyed it. Let's get to the cruise. I just looked at it from the rooftop at night. I didn't need to touch the Acropolis. I did. Oh, I don't know. People that were in here, I told you. I went to Hadrian's Library, which is right outside Monastiraki Square, and I was taking a picture of myself taking a picture. So I had my video camera set up of me taking a picture of the ruins there. Well, apparently they don't like you putting your cameras on their stuff. So yeah, I got yelled at, which I'm gonna have to trim that down and put it into for members only, so they can actually hear me getting yelled at. It was great seeing so many of the group all together, enjoying one another's company. It really was. I mean, that's the one good thing about like these group cruises, especially when you know each other. I mean, it's one thing you get to meet new people. Angela, I mean, you meet new people, but when it's people that you know of, even if you don't really know them like personally, but know them from the chat, oh yeah, hey, hi, hey, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I don't show a lot of emotion, so people probably thought, oh, he's bored, oh, he's this. Matter of fact, they did call me out, and that's coming up when we got to Turkey, and they called me out. Event yours, it was a must. I am a fan of Greek mythology. I felt like I should also study more. I read a little bit, before in life, but I feel like I should have studied up here. So anyway, let's go to embarkation day. Embarkation day was I'm sorry, people. Oh, it's still early. See, I'm doing good. Embarkation day. It was different. This ship is like 30 years old. It's an old Holland America ship. It was old. From the outside, you can see not many balconies. You can see that it was an old ship. You can see that it was an old ship. When you get there, there's like boarding times, and it was like 12:30 to 4:30 ish. You didn't have any set time. You didn't have diamonds show up here, whatever. You didn't have a time. Just show up between those hours and board. And I got a ride. Evelyn was a young lady that was staying in the same hotel I was on. So we got a ride. We rode down there together. We get there. They're not checking anybody in. You had to wait kind of like outside I guess you could have went inside, but we just sat outside and just waited for 12:30 to roll around. Long story short, when you make your final payment, they send you a QR code. And that QR code is like your boarding pass. You show that, they scan it, and you don't print out your luggage tags early either. So they scan it, they find out who you are, you show your passport and all that good stuff. They slap a board, and this is for everybody. They slap a luggage tag on your bag. The porters take the luggage tags. Then you go in, speak to somebody at a desk to show your passport again. And in my case, I had to add for probably anybody, add a credit card onto my account. Didn't take long. I did notice one thing though. As we're boarding, they had a duty-free store, but it was past security. And I did not try it out, but it was past security. So it looked like, I didn't try it. It looked like you could buy liquor there at the duty-free store, put it in your bag, and take it on with you. Because there was no more x-ray machines. We passed security, duty-free store. The only place I've ever seen that before was in San Juan. And this is going back, I don't know, 15 some odd years, maybe more. But it would be interesting especially if you didn't drink a lot. Just think if you could buy a bottle of your favorite drink and just take it on board with you. And I'm talking about wine, and I'm not talking about champagne, liquor. If you wanted it. And Paul, I'm gonna get to that story shortly. I'm gonna get to that story shortly, Paul. Who called me out? They didn't really call me out, but yeah, they did. They did. They did. Everybody in that group that went to see Virgin Mary's house, they called anyway. I'm going to get to that story shortly, Paul. QR code, luggage tags, no set boarding tag. The bag got to the room fast. I mean, it probably took, I don't know, an hour for the bags to be up to our room. It was fast. It was fast. You get up to the room. We have a bottle of wine, and I had a cheese plate waiting on me, thanks to Raquel and her travel agency. So that was a nice touch. They gave us our cards, our room cards, and they did something that I've only seen one other cruise line do, and that was Margaritaville at sea. On your room card that you slide in electronically in the lock, blip, blip, open the door, they put your cabin number on it. Why on earth would you put my cabin number on my key? Would you have your house key? Would you wrap up your house key with your address? Why would you put anyway? That was special. I mean, Margaritaville, I actually said something to the people that this is crazy to do this. I didn't say anything to this group here. Walked around, taking pictures on the ship. Wound up going to the buffet. The buffet was decent. I mean, this was a smaller ship. It probably holds about 1,200 people, and there were probably 800 people on the ship. It wasn't crowded at all. It wasn't crowded at all, which I loved. I mean, older ship, not a lot of places to go, so I enjoyed it. It never really felt crowded. The buffet was decent, but I thought the food could have been warmer. It didn't feel, the food wasn't it definitely wasn't hot. It was, I'm gonna go barely warm. So I didn't like that. One thing that was really weird, I don't know, Elisa or anybody else in here that was on it, Legacia, they had the hottest plates. You know how you bring the plates out so you can grab a plate and go? They had the hottest plates I've ever seen. the plates were so hot. I had to get like a napkin to hold the plate because it was too hot for my hand. It was. I don't know how they got them that hot. I don't know how they got them that hot, and it stayed that way throughout the entire cruise. I mean, I guess it does mean they probably were clean, but they were the hottest plates. I literally had to have something, a pot holder, bring an oven mitt. You had to bring an oven mitt. It was that hot. Linda, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Yeah, Elisa was on it. The place was so hot. And at first I thought it was like a one-off, it was like, okay. The next day it's like, hey. So I'm grabbing, they had like napkins with the silverware was wrapped up in. So I'm using that to balance my plate on so I don't burn my hand. Linda, I said, welcome in, Linda. Appreciate you being in here. On the go with YOLO. RCL does too. They just omit the deck. Let me think. I don't know if this had the deck on it or not. And Royal, I don't remember seeing it on it because it would have caught my attention. I just got off Royal not too long ago. Bill Margaritaville at Sea did that. Remember? Yeah, that's what Scott. I said only 2 lines I noticed that did it. YOLO says Royal does it, but I don't remember Royal doing that because it would have set something off in my head. Like, hey, why would you do that? Elisa, food lukewarm on the buffet. Yes. And that's lukewarm, maybe. Everybody saying hello. Shireen, welcome in. Hot plate to keep the cold food warm. Well, it actually, yes, it probably warmed the food up a little bit. The plate was that hot. If you ever been at like I think it's Black Rock restaurant where they bring out a stone where you cook your steak on a stone. Well, this plate was that hot. If you had something that you need to warm up, you could easily put it on the plate. You got Angela waving at Elisa. So I mean, that was the buffet, not bad, but it was decent. The interior of the ship. Now I remember I said it was an old ship. Kept up well outside. They kept it painted to keep the rust off and things like that. But the interior, I thought it was beautiful, well decorated. I mean, well decorated, and no, I'm not going to knock Carnival too much, but you know how Carnival it's like really gaudy everywhere, and this felt more like luxury. I mean, it's an old ship; it wasn't necessarily luxury, but it felt that way. With the designs of the furniture and all the rooms had like a different design and colors, and it was really nice. See, Elisa was there. Beautiful, rich colors, and I'm a guy who I don't even look at colors. I don't even care. But this caught my attention because it was like, man, this is nice, and so that's how I know it was actually pretty decent looking. Staff was very friendly. No problems with the staff. The one thing that they need, they don't have an app. I don't know about you guys. All my friends out here that said, hey Paul, I'm gonna get to your comment in a couple of seconds, Paul. But no, it's not too small for me. I like smaller ships, Paul. I'm about to get to it now. The older ships seem to have the room seemed to have a little more room, and the bathrooms. Legation said the bathrooms were good size, and I had a tub. Everybody in that group had like really nice rooms. I was in the slum section. I had the interior room with no tub. Anyway, but it was a nice size interior cabin. It had a full size couch pulled out to a bed. It had another bed in the ceiling. So I mean, it looked like it probably could have slept 5 people if they wanted to. So everything was nice about it. Yeah, Paul, it was. I mean, the low rent section. but I enjoyed it. Anyway, getting back to the app, they don't have an app, and I know a lot of my people like, oh, where we want the paper copy. We want the paper copy of our daily program. Oh, well, we want this. Yeah. This sucks. This right here. Because you had to carry it around like I was in the 1990s to know what's going on the ship, to know what time to get on board, to know what time the shows are, to know what time dinner is, to know what time something closes. I needed this. I had to carry this around with me, no matter where I went. If you had an app, I could look it up. Oh, okay, that I don't know where that rant came from. I do know because it didn't have an app. And try going on a ship in this day and age where you're charging things, buying this, doing that. You don't have an app to even see how much you're spending. Every time you wanted to find out how much you spent, you had to go down to guest services. Elisa, I believe I was on deck. I was on deck 5. I was on deck 5, Elisa. Interior 5040. I can say it now. 5040. 1990s, we still use the paper. I know, 1990. Every time I wanted to do something, where's my paper at, so I can look up what time the shows are. Oh, what time this restaurant closed. Oh, what time is the tender to the island. Everything had to do on its paper, so I had to carry around this paper with me. And don't dare forget it in your cabin, because now you don't know anything. Anywho, Paul says, really, I use just the app for Carnival. I use the app every place I go. Everybody has an app where you can find out a map of the ship. You need to find something, a floor, a bar, it's right there on the app. Still like paper. I didn't like you had to log into Wi-Fi every day that was out. The Wi-Fi, when it first started, it was good. I started having problems towards the end, but every night at like 3 a.m., it logged you off. It started logging me off before then, like 2 or 3 times a day. Matter of fact, I was in port one day and they said, no, we won't have Wi-Fi until we leave the port, which it was, the Wi-Fi wasn't the greatest. No app, plates to hop, embrace the journey. I did. You didn't hear me complain. I didn't complain about it then. I'm complaining about it now. And when I got my survey, I complained as far as they need an app. They got to work on their website. And I'm going to explain the website. Have I got to my first port yet? No, second port. When I get to the second port, I'm going to explain why they need to redo everything. Okay. My friendly staff app. Thessaloniki. Anyway, that was our first stop. Did the hop on, hop off bus tour. It was nice. I really love the hop on, hop off bus option. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to see sights and not spend a lot of money, this is a perfect way to do it. And my first at that island, or that particular island, Greek islands, they have like 2,000 Greek islands. Only 200 and some of them are, I think, occupied, but little history fact that I heard somewhere. Anyway, it allowed you to see some of the more interesting sites in that port. And this port was not a tender port. We had 3. I didn't know we had 3, but we had 3 tender ports. And this one was like you kind of walk on, walk off at your own pace. I walked around the port area a little bit into the city. It wasn't really a port area, but into the city. Then came back and decided to get on the hop on, hop off bus, and which took me around. And maybe an hour or 2 around. Depends how long, if you got off, how long you stayed. It was a bus like every 20 minutes. I really enjoyed it. Hop on a hop off bus, I think, is a real good option for most people. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Hold on. Let me go back up here and make sure. What type of food at the buffet? Mostly Mediterranean. They had different types. They had a good selection. They did another burger. They had burgers and hot dogs, but the burgers were like chicken burgers. They had a place that had gyros, and they had a pizza, which wasn't very good. They had a decent selection of food, a lot of Mediterranean, but they had other food that um, beef, little steaks. They had everything, and it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't royal, but it was decent. I thought it was decent at least. Bathroom's good size, yeah. Tub, okay. I'm catching up now. Where was I? Fifth floor. I was a brother from the fifth floor. Fifth floor. See, people to watch Martin, they know what brother. They know what I'm talking about. They get the anyway. We're old school. Didn't like the Wi-Fi. Okay, how many ships does Celestial have? Maybe that's why they didn't invest in an app. I mean, could be. I don't know why. I didn't really talk to anybody. They didn't have it, so they weren't gonna have it for my cruise. So it was like, hey, I don't care. But even if you only had like a couple of ships, an app would be nice to have. I mean, if you have maps of the ship, you can keep track of your account. You know when things are open, when things are closed, when they're supposed to be back on the ship. I mean, it's just it always shows you what ship time is. It's just so many things with the app. You weren't too tired from the excursions to enjoy things on the ship. No. I mean, it's an old ship. Didn't have a lot to do. Piano bar, live music, karaoke, show in the theater most nights. So it wasn't like extremely busy as far as activities. But for me, yeah, it kept me entertained. Chet, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, Chet. Jerry, another friend from the cruise. Welcome in. Bill, I screenshot the daily planner on my phone in Greece. See, you had to do something, didn't you, Jerry? Because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't know anything. Yes, you had to improvise. I carried my backpack around with me, so I tried to make sure that I always had a copy of it in my backpack. But taking a screenshot, Jerry thinking outside the box. I mean, I would have taken a picture of all of it because the first is telling you like where you're at, and then I think on the next page or something is telling you like what time the restaurants close or the ship activities. Like, who was it, Paul? Okay, now considering we had a port stop every day. So, but Paul, this is like the itinerary that we had. So, if you look at this is telling you like the different things that they had going on. Which for your younger people that need like rock climbing walls and flow riders and stuff like that, you might have been bored. But I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem keeping myself occupied. No tags necessary. They make me itch anyway. Did you have the best gyro ever over there? I'm not. No, I mean that's not. Not for me. That's just not something that I don't eat. I don't eat Mediterranean food like that, really. I will say that. Where was I at? I think when I was in Crete, it might have been Crete. I gotta look at my notes to see if I put it in here. But I had the best Caesar salad of all things. I had the best Caesar salad ever. Elisa says yes, Paul. They were fresh. The food I didn't have any. I didn't have any bad food. I did have. I tried a frog leg in the main dining room, and I got about halfway through, and I was done. But all the food was decent. The main dining room wasn't bad. Very slow service, and I think that's more of a European thing because every place we went, it had slow service. The sit down restaurants on the ship. Not so much when I was off the ship. I didn't. The service wasn't like that, but on the ship, it was very slow. Lisa says, "I think about 3 ships, YOLO. I did miss. I did miss an app too. Yes." Warmstrong Adventures. Did you enjoy the land more or the cruise more? I enjoyed the cruise more. Or I'm sorry, I enjoyed the land more. All because this was like a bucket list cruise, Marjorie, and you know, I never thought, being a kid growing up in Detroit, never thought I would be able to go over here and see this, what I was looking at over here, the history, and to get the chance to actually go over there and do it. Yeah, I mean, it was like it definitely bucket list type stuff. So I definitely the cruise ship. Cruise ship is a cruise ship is a cruise ship most of the time. I know everybody loves the star and all that, but a cruise ship is a cruise ship is a cruise ship. It's a way to get from point A to point B for me. Carnival Cruise Addicts, where young folks, they were all different ages. Not many kids, but they were all different ages. I don't think I saw any problems. There were a couple of guys appeared to be from Russia that they drank every night heavily. I mean, literally, every night he had to be dragged out like the nightclub to go back to his room. That planner was terrible. Yeah, Angela, you're preaching to the choir. And especially dining on the ship, they had a steakhouse. They had something else. I only went to the steakhouse one time, and now's a good time to even talk about that. We all did, and I forget what day did we do the steakhouse? I don't see it right here. Right, it's not handy in my notes. But one day we all did a lot of us did the steakhouse. It started at 7 o'clock. We didn't leave till 10 o'clock at night. I mean, they had two shows in the theater that we missed because of that. I mean, it was. I'm used to sitting down. I mean, I literally bragged about going to the main dining room and being out in under an hour. It's like, yes, the greatest thing ever. 3 hours, 5-course meal, cheese and crackers and salad and appetizer and I mean 5-course meal over 3 hours. No thanks. The food wasn't bad. It wasn't the greatest. Not the best. Greek salad, too many vegetables in Greek. No, thank you. Lettuce, Caesar salad. It had chicken in it. It literally was the best salad I ever had. Lisa, see, now you have somebody who likes food. Lisa, Greek salad was awesome, I thought. And a lot of people, that's what I heard that from a lot of people. I heard something about it had lettuce in it. I guess most Greek salads don't have lettuce or something. And this one had lettuce in it, I believe. But a lot of people raved about the Greek salads. I just don't do it. LF McKinley, I love the Greek salads in Athens and on the ship. See, everybody but me. See, I'm in the poor section. Angela said I had a junior suite, so 8 in the smoked out. See, that was another specialty. See, they had their own dining room. I'm doing a Section 8 cruise. At night, everybody's going to sleep. I'm going down to help row the boat. Angela, they like you, and Becky. No Greek salad. No, Greek salads have no lettuce. This one, I heard somebody, I don't know who, they said a Greek salad, they got a Greek salad and it had lettuce. So and again, I don't know who it was. What? No, I know what you're saying. They normally, the opposite, Bill, no lettuce in the Greek salad. Bill, that's not nice. What did I do now? I didn't do nothing, Keisha. Well, maybe I don't eat them, so I don't know. But I thought, I thought the way that it was, I'm eavesdropping. Apparently, the way that I heard it was like normally the Greek salad, like here doesn't have like lettuce, and there they had lettuce at one restaurant. So Keisha, I need to know what I did, Keisha. Staff was friendly. Need an app. Hop on off bus. Kusadasi. Okay, this might be my last rant. Might be. This might be my last rant. In Greece, the salad does not have lettuce here. In the United States, we have lettuce in the Greek salad. Oh, okay, I guess. Well, I don't eat Greek salad, so I don't know. Sorry, got it backwards. But the way I heard it, the way I thought I heard it was just the opposite. Anywho, thank you. YOLO, every salad I had in Greece did not have lettuce. See, my Caesar salad had lettuce. It wasn't a Greek salad, but it was my Caesar. It's the freshest lettuce I ever had. I was talking about that the other night in Greece. No lettuce in the Greek salad. Huh. Correct, Keisha. Don't lead Keisha on. Not nice. Section 8 and a rowing the boat. Everybody had sweets. Everybody had tubs. Everybody had. Everybody had everything. And not me. Not me. I was at the bottom of the ship. Not me. But it was honestly, it was one of the nicest interior cabins I ever had. Just a plain interior cabin. It was one of the nicest interior cabins I ever had. Okay, Kusadasi. Kusadasi was a stop. It was in Turkey, which I get to check off. Not Turkey is one of the countries that I've been to. So go to Kusadasi. Everybody has plans, or a lot of people have plans to go to see the Virgin Mary's house and Ephesus. I wasn't really interested. I said, I'm gonna take this is gonna be a light day for me. Not really, don't really care. Got up late, had breakfast, took my time to get off the ship. Well, when I got off the ship, I started having FOMO that, you know what, I really should go see the Ephesus. Man, I bet the Virgin Mary's nice house is really, really nice to see. So let me go. So they got a chartered bus or a van. That wasn't even a bus, van, and they went. Me, being the cruiser that I am in the Caribbean, I'll find one of these cab drivers to run me up there for like the same price and bring me back. Was that a mistake? Would that you if talk about mistakes, this was my mistake, and nobody to blame but me. My guy that I had, well, first of all, let me set the tone, because in Turkey they have like the bazaars and all these shops and food shops, and everybody is trying to sell you something. Hold on, everybody's trying to sell you something. Matter of fact, oh, it didn't download. I tried to download the picture, but it didn't download. Everybody's trying to sell you. Everybody is trying to sell you something. And they actually had a sign that said genuine fake watches. Genuine fake watches. What is that? What is that? And I took a picture of it. I probably posted it on Facebook. And I went up and talked to the guy. I mean, and they were like Rolexes and all the expensive watches. And they were like, oh, how much? $25, $30? You know, they're talking about $600, $700. Get out of here. Anyway, every place you go, trying to sell you something. It reminded me a lot of how Nassau used to be. Well, Elisa, hold on. Bill rode up in style. Yeah, Bill rode. Elisa, Bill was like a celebrity. Okay, remember this. Remember this. This is when I said they called me out. This is what I'm talking about. Paul, was it Paul? Paul? Somebody said whoever asked me who called me out. This is what I was getting. Celebrity. I'm pulling up. They're in a van, big group, 12 to 14 people. Hold on. I think I downloaded that. Up there we go. That's our picture. They were kind enough to let me get in the picture. See me over there? That's me in the corner. Anyway, they were kind enough to let me get in the picture. And my guy, which I told you, I wanted to see Mary's house and Ephesus. So we drive up there. We go straight to where that statue is. That's the statue of Mary. And we start pulling out and driving. I'm like, where's Mary's house? Well, Mary's house was back where the statue was. We never went. I'm like, wait, what? You thought I drove up here just to see the statue of Mary? And we're having this conversation like in the car. And he's taking me to a place where a leather factory. He took me to a rug making place. He took me to a Tanzanite place. He took me every place but where I wanted to go. And driving by Ephesus, do we stop? Nope. And at this point, I'm getting a little upset. I just said, just take me back. Just take me back to the port. Well, let me take you over. I don't want to stop anyplace else. So this was where I messed up. I should have went with the group, but nope, I didn't want to get up early, and I really didn't want to see anything. But that was on me. So when I showed up to the statue, they're like, "Oh, Bill, he's too good to ride with us. Oh, Bill, celebrity. Oh, he needed his own personal driver." It was the trip from HE double hockey sticks. It was the worst excursion I probably ever had. And I just laughed all the way back, thinking about them talking about me like I'm a celebrity. And I'm like, this is the worst trip I ever had. They don't know how lucky they had it. And I just laughed all the way. I just laughed all the way when this guy wasn't trying to stop at someplace to have me buy something. Jerry says, another Maxwell Street, aka JW Town, Chicago. You got to talk fast. You got to talk faster than they do. Yeah, I don't want nothing. The fake general, and I have pictures of it. Yeah, the fake genuine watches. We know no one in Greece. We know no one in Greece. Here comes Bill. Yeah, it wasn't a good thing. Yes, Bill pulled up in a cab. Worst excursion I ever had. Worst excursion I ever had. Because I really didn't get to see what I wanted to see. I want to go back to see Ephesus and Mary's house. So anywho, so that's the story on that. But they called me out thinking I was being standoffish, and I wasn't. I was just being lazy because I didn't want to do anything. But I had the fear of missing out after everybody left and everything. I started getting the fear of missing out that, you know what, I kind of do want to see that. And I did drive around the seashores and saw, I saw a couple of things, but nothing that I wanted to see. I'm talking to, anyway. So that was Kusadasi. It was nice. I enjoyed it. The next stop is Crete. Heraklion is what it's called, but it's Crete. We're going to call it Crete. What did I do there? That was a good one because we did a hop on hop off bus. It was as a group. I joined the group. I was smart this time. We went to a beach. I really enjoyed it. Only thing I didn't like about it was the water was too cold. I like my warm Caribbean or Gulf of Mexico water. I like the warm water. It's like going to the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. If you ever been to the Atlantic Ocean, like in San Diego or Los Angeles, that water's cold. This water to me was cold like that. Maybe not quite as bad, but it was cold. It was cold. But I mean, they had some beautiful beach. They had some beautiful water. Some of the sand was more. The sand was larger stones, larger rocks at times. Not like little pebbles. So just not the fine powdery sand that we're kind of used to in the Caribbean. But I thought the beaches were lovely. Yeah, I heard that, Legacia. I heard the guy said he was gonna get you. Yeah, he got me. He got me. He got me. And that's what I was talking to Roquel about that and having a laugh. Yeah, he got me. Z, welcome in, Z. Appreciate you coming in here. So that hop on, hop off. Oh, matter of fact, that's where I had the best salad, Crete, at the beach. I was at the beach, wanted something to eat because I don't think I got anything when I got off the ship. So I ordered me a drink and that was when Edna or V went live from the pool. If you watch their videos, but I ordered a Caesar salad with chicken and a local beer or something, and it literally was the best Caesar salad I ever had. It shocked me, and a big bottle. Every place I go, a big bottle of water. They have two different drink. Let me take this. Welcome in, Z. Vicky, welcome in. Vicky, thank you for being a member. And for all my members, if I didn't acknowledge you for being a member, thank you for being members. And thank you guys for all being here. And if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button for me because it's supposed to help the algorithm. I don't know. I've been doing this for a long time. It doesn't seem to be doing a lot for it. But thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button. The drink package they had 2-level drink packages. They were going through a change. And I tried to upgrade my drink package, but I think when Raquel asked for it, I replied to somebody else's reply and she never saw it. So I didn't upgrade my drink package. So I had I could spend up to €7 on a drink, but the drink didn't bother me, but it didn't include bottled water. So I could not get bottled water, which I just bought water when I got to the island, which it wasn't that expensive, but I just thought that was just kind of weird. Hinkanuki, welcome in. Appreciate you driving and listening. Thanks for stopping by. So anyway, I just thought that was weird. But anyway, best Caesar salad. What time is it? I'm gonna hurry up and get through this. Okay, I know I said that was my last complaint, but the next stop is Santorini, which all I wanted to do in Santorini was go up, see the blue tops, and go back to the ship. I really don't, because basically it was a lot of restaurants and a lot of shops for souvenirs and things like that. Beautiful, but a lot of hills, a lot of driving up and down, up and down. Denise, welcome in. Resilient Dad, thank you for stopping by. Oh, you're taking your first cruise in 2026 degrees. You'll love it. Exercise now. Start walking now. Get ready for it because a lot of walking involved. But yeah. Well, anyway, okay. Real quick, because did I tell you it's football Thursday? It's football Thursday. Anyway, my fault. But I thought I had to drink. This cruise gave us $140 or €140 towards an excursion. I wanted to get an excursion in Santorini that I didn't have to take the cable car. So I spent my money on the website. This is not on my phone. It wasn't an app. It was on the website. I booked it. It took me 2 days to book it because the site kept saying down, down, down. And I wound up booking it. But when I got on the ship, I never thought about going down there to check. So the night before I was supposed to go down and pick up my tickets, oh, we don't have you booked. So somehow they lost my listing for it, and I didn't have a screenshot of it, so I had nothing to. I lost that money because you couldn't use it, and you couldn't use the credit once you were on the ship. So basically, I just waited till everybody, and it was a tender port. I waited till everybody got up there. I didn't wait in line for the cable car to go to the top. There was no line going up. So I literally walked straight through and got on the car and went up. So it was no line. So I did the excursion just so I didn't have to wait for the cable car. But no, that was all me. And I'll know next time to double check, triple check, take screenshots of everything that I spend with them, and probably every other line from here on out. But Santorini, went up there, had dinner at the top. I think I got pictures and video of it, which was beautiful. I'm looking down. I could see a blue roof. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Santorini. A couple of good picture shots. V and Kimberly Williams, I think, did the flying dress. shot, and I saw a couple of the shots, and they were beautiful. Both of them were beautiful. They were beautiful. I wouldn't have thought a drink package didn't include water. You get water tap. I mean, the not the tap, but like in the buffet area, you get water, but you couldn't get bottled water. And if you had the higher package, it would have included bottled water or canned water, which as hot as it is there, that just didn't make any sense. Yolo says I keep print copies of everything when I travel abroad. I don't. Again, I'm not very focused because most of it doesn't really matter. A lot of my excursions, I don't do them until I'm on the ship the night before or when I get off the ship. Did you take a drone? I read there are restrictions to do so. I don't take drones, and probably for that reason. First of all, I would have to take so many lessons because I don't want to crash. I would have a decent drone, and they're too much money just to crash. So I don't know. I'm sure that they probably don't allow drones there. I don't know for a fact because I didn't look it up. That was Santorini, Mykonos. Mykonos, we did a group tour. Took us around Mykonos. Interesting. It was interesting. We stopped at I think then I think we went to a beach, by a beach, but drove us around. We went to have lunch like on a farm in Mykonos, which was a pretty nice little farm. I mean, they brought us. If you ever saw somebody that had meat, it looked like maybe meatballs and rice. It was mystery meat. I don't know what I don't. It was mystery meat. It was mystery meat. I don't do mystery meat well either. By the way, I like to know my meat. Okay, stop. Delete that because Scott and Carnival Cruise Addicts. Milos was the final port. Milos was a port that I really just walked around the port area. That is where I got. I know, Keisha, stop. Stop. Anyway, I walked around there. If you saw my Facebook page, it had the biggest baklava that I've ever seen. It looked like a cake slice. It was the biggest one. So I had a Greek coffee and baklava. I did get believe it or not, just walking along like in the port area, I took it was big. Anyway, I made a left turn or something, walked around, and I thought I was just like going down the street, making a right, coming back. Anyway, I got lost. I'm down some dusty road, and I just followed where I saw water, went to the water, found the port area again, and headed back to the ship. And it was very nice. It was a nice way to close out the trip. I saw Raquel and her family. We sat and talked for a little bit. And as a matter of fact, I think Jerry was there too. We sat and just talked for about 15, 20 minutes by the pier side or the port side. And it was a pleasant cruise. A lot of walking involved, but because there wasn't a lot of activities. Which before I leave, I will talk about the casino. I'm going to do a video on the casino. Casino, I don't know. It was never open. I'm sorry. It was open like 10% of the time because we were always in port, and it wasn't open in port. At night, it closed up early. So even when we left the port, it never opened, or if it did open, it opened for an hour. They had 32 slot machines. They had like 4 table games, very low limits. They didn't rate you. So I'm not being rated, I don't want to gamble. Let me take this off the screen. They don't rate you. So the only thing the casino was good for was that if you wanted to get like euros, you go there, they would give you, you could charge it to your room without any convenience fee. Like if you go to an ATM machine, how the fees, you could get money that way. But they were hardly ever open, so you had to plan around that. So I got a video coming out about the casino. I had a short about it. Mr. Bill, he was upset because he couldn't gamble. He was all upset. But that was it. That was it. Let me see. Do I have any? Yeah, no, just a couple of pictures. As I said, I tried to load some pictures down, but they kept saying that they kept saying that it was taking too long to download. And I started doing like individual pictures. So it wasn't like I was trying to download like 50 at a time. It was individual pictures, and they were still saying it was taking too long to download. So, all right, people, this is the first video. This is if you came earlier and saw the pre-cruise video before this, Elisa, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pitch Elisa here. Elisa has like a pre-cruise adventure, and it looked like going to the Acropolis, or at least the Acropolis was in the background. But her and her daughter Erica, it looked like they rented like little scooters. I've already made a comment and hit to my notify me because I can't wait to see that. At least I'm proud of you. That was some adventurous stuff, because if you saw the way they drove over there, I didn't want to be in a car over there, literally. And they got on scooters. I want to see this. I want to see anyway. Elisa, that I believe it's on the 13th. Is when it's coming up. I will share that out. I don't know exactly when it is. It's the 13th. I'm not sure what time, but I'm looking forward to that video. And from everybody, from all the people that went on that cruise, Edna V, you had I didn't even mention my people from Michigan, from Detroit actually, the heartbreak. Now then there's CJ and Dee Dee, the Heartbreaker Adventures. I got to look up them. I'm gonna put their stuff in here too. They're on. They went directly from Greece to Miami and hopped on Celebrity Beyond. Maybe they're doing it big. Traveling Heartbeats. Thank you, Keisha. When you get old, sometimes you forget. Traveling Heartbeats. One of the first YouTubers I started following. Thank you, Legacia. So, anywho, yes, great people. Make sure you follow their channels. I'm gonna have to make a list of it, and so I can put everybody in here, so to make it easier to follow everybody that went on a cruise, because this really was. And I was thinking about it, and right now I'm still thinking about it. It's in my top 3. It's right now Japan and Alaska. Top 4, French Polynesian Islands and Greece. I think this is going to go above the French Polynesian Islands, the Tahiti and Numia. So this is probably going to be 3rd right now. This was an amazing trip. And the thing about it, if you go back and look at the pre-Athens cruise, this is like, we hadn't even gotten on the cruise ship yet, and I was being overwhelmed, and we had not even gotten on the cruise ship. That's how busy this one was. And when it was a port intensive, it really was, but it wasn't unbearable, because we had some ports we didn't get into port to 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock the next day. So even if you stayed up a little later, you could still get your rest. So it wasn't bad. But people keep looking out. Monday I will have put a video out for you guys, and that's going to be like embarkation day on Celestyal Journey. So thank you guys for coming in. Thanks all the members for being here. Thank you for all my moderators. I appreciate it so much. I believe Scott is going on at 9 o'clock tonight, Thirsty Thursdays. Make sure you're there. I don't know if Denise is going to be there or not, but make sure you guys go check them out. I got to get ready to get off here and go watch football. Green Bay Packers and Washington Commanders. So, anywho, people, hit the notification bell, hit the like button on the way out, and make sure you subscribe and come back and watch the rest of the series. because this series is gonna be about six parts, 6 or 7 parts. So make sure you come back. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Make sure you hold on, let me take this down. How do I take it down? Media asset, click that. All right, people, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. Hold on. Comments. Why is that not coming down? Oops, great show. Thanks, Scott. See that to the left of the screen, stay strong and embrace the journey. Well, that's what it is. Stay strong and embrace the journey. And if you ever want to find my my stuff, do hashtag stay strong, embrace the journey. No spaces. Anyway, stay strong, embrace the journey, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.